This was interesting. Let's watch.
Lieutenant, what do those pulse rifles fire?
10mm explosive tip caseless.
Look where your team is. They're right under the primary heat exchangers. If they fire their weapons in there, won't they rupture the cooling system?
This whole station is basically a big fusion reactor. She's talking about a thermonuclear explosion and...
Hey, Paul, we can't have any firing in there. I want you to collect magazines from everybody. Flame units only. I want rifles slung. And no grenades.
All right, sweethearts, you heard the man. Pull them out. Come on, let's have them. Give it up, Ski. Come on, let's go. Crow, I want it now. Give it up.
I'd like to keep this handy for close encounters.
So the lieutenant gives the order to collect all the ammunition and grenades because there's a problem that they could rupture the coolant tanks or coolant something. Now, he doesn't tell the soldiers on the ground why he's collecting all that stuff. He just tells them to do it. They immediately disobey with their own ammunition stash and unconventional weapons. But should the lieutenant have told the soldiers why he was collecting the ammunition and grenades so that they could make tactical decisions on the ground?
Exactly. I hated this because you need to let people know what the situation is. Otherwise, they have literally reduced situational awareness. If they know why they can't shoot there, then maybe they shoot in the plane. They just don't shoot down because it's only down is the dangerous direction. So I was very upset at the lieutenant here because tell the people why you're doing something so that way they know what to do.
Wait, down is the dangerous direction?
Because they said that your guys are walking over the coolant tanks. Mm-hmm. So I suppose if you shoot up, you're not going to hit the coolant tanks. It's really just watch out for shooting down.
Okay. What if there could be pipes though, right? That come up, I guess.
So great point. So if there are pipes that come up from the coolant tanks, then yeah. Then the 2-pi plane and also above you is also dangerous. In which case, get your people out. Get your people out. It's dangerous to have an engagement here. We're not going to be able to defend ourselves. Or not going to be able to attack if you have to. So get them out, regroup, go in from a different direction, or bait things out to come to you. This seemed like a very second operation lieutenant thing to do.
So I think you're right. The best option here was to say abandon this particular mission.
Yep.
Bring them back, reassess, re-equip, get everybody flamethrowered up or whatever equipment they need, and go back out. Why it shouldn't have forced at this point because there's a tactical aspect to the mission that they hadn't taken into account. So I think this is showing that Lieutenant Gorman is inexperienced and doesn't have essentially the balls to say, you know what, the best thing to do is to pull out.
I'm not a military person, but I can imagine there are times where you're like, I don't have time to explain it. Just get it through, get it done, get it quick, get out. But to me, in this situation, it seems like he really should have told at least the sergeant what's going on, so the sergeant can direct people appropriately. And instead of he just puts up a curtain and is like, do what I say.
Right. It's actually interesting. How often should a leader in a time crunch situation need to explain themselves to people they're giving orders to? Sometimes they need the soldiers just need to follow orders. Sometimes the soldiers need they need an explanation. Sometimes pull them out and reassess. And I think he made the optimally wrong decision here.
It is as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.